Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go red on one side and white on the other. And let's see if I can do this slightly. There we go. This is going to show up slightly better. So all you do is literally just work your way around in a flower shape. And then when you've finished, just put a center to your flower, whatever you want to do with it. Now, as you work with it more, now it actually works better with heavier paint. Can you see that I've used heavier paint there? And so it gives it more of a 3D effect. Can you see that? Now, obviously this takes a little bit of practice, guys, but I just wanted to give you just the idea of it, because if you can understand the idea of it, you can play to your heart's content and just do whatever you want. And by the way, you don't have to do a real flower. You can make up your own. How many of you are going? That's good to hear, because I just did. Right, now the rose is a whole nother story. So let me just show that. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so you got the idea there, right? What we're doing here. Trying to get my dirty brushes out of the way before I ruin stuff. Whoops. Of course, I'm sitting here on white dining room, upholstered white chairs. Not a good thing to be painting acrylics with, but never mind. All right. Now, do any of you have what I call a chisel brush? Let me see, where have I got a chisel brush here? Oh, any of you got one of these brushes? Yeah, you've got a chisel brush, right? Hold on a second. Where's my chisel? There. So Anna Marie, good Paul. If you use a chisel brush, you can make leaves with a chisel brush. So to make leaves, we will need green and yellow. No, sorry, blue and yellow to make green, right? So by the way, hordes of stuff about this online. Hi farmer, we're making candles. So I've literally just got blue and yellow on my palette, and I'm going to mix in between the two. And that should give me a green. Okay, everybody got a green going? And then just before you make the leaves, dip your chisel, the top end of it, back into the yellow. So I've now got this going on. Okay. By the way, lots of practice needed on this too, but you'll get the idea. All right, I wonder if I can do this into the camera. Not sure if I can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of put the short end of the bristle of the chisel down and then slide it towards me. Whilst it's sort of like in a rocking motion, like this. Did anybody do it by accident and went, oh, that's pretty? Yes, Liz? Did you get a leaf? Okay. So basically, on the chisel brush, put the short end into the green or into the blue, whatever you've got, and the other end into the pointy end I've put into the yellow. And I'm just literally going to make leaves. Like so. How many of you going, that's not too difficult? Way cool. All right? And then, of course, you can go back and make yourself some I'm just playing now, guys, because I know that you just want to see how this all adds up. You can just make yourself a pretend flower in the middle of it. What do you think? Make sense? So now, what I'm going to do is, what about if you wanted to, one step, yeah. What about if you wanted to make, I'm just going to wipe this off. What if you wanted to make a cherry blossom branch? I'm going to do that before we do the rose, just because it's easier to do than the rose. Okay, so for this we would need, what makes brown? Yeah. So what we're going to do here, orange and green. Good. Okay, so everybody, orange we'd need red and yellow, and green we'd need blue and yellow. So we're going to put a bit of, thank you. Everybody got the ability to mix up some brown. And if you've got more purpley, then doesn't matter. All right, so now we're just going to, if you've got black, but most people haven't, so I'm not going to worry about that. All right, but are you ready? So all you need to do is to draw a branch is literally just, you know, do a branch whatever way you want to do, especially if you're doing, so just literally have fun. Okay? And then, depending on what brushes you've got available, I'm going to take a makeup brush. I've got a small makeup brush here that I thought I would show you. Some of you know what that's called, I don't. Okay? And again, just literally put one side in the red and one side in the white. Okay, so I got red on one side, white on the other. That's a bit too much red, so I'm going to load up with a bit more white on it. And if you sort of move the brush a little bit as you're putting it down, can you guys see what I'm doing here? Whoops. I've definitely done better than this, but that's okay. I'm just really want you guys to see how it works. How's it going? So, do you understand? It doesn't take a whole lot, right? Just to make it suddenly look like then take the end of your brush, stick it in the red, and just put it in the center. And now you've got yourself, I just seen there's a dirty great hole there. Okay, suddenly you've got how are you guys doing? Okay, so, but can you see the possibilities here? But you know, Pat, you don't have to be a painter to just make the painted candles. This is getting a bit more fancy. But I wanted you to see that really, without a whole lot of time and effort, can you imagine drawing that on a candle? Yeah, but exactly. Britt, the reason I'm doing it on a plate is so that it will come off. This is just a practice one for people to see how it's done. All right. How many of you going, I could do that? Need a bit more practice, but I could do that. Actually, you're right. It could make a very pretty plate on your wall if you Mod Podged it or whatever. Yep. Mind you, you can probably imagine with me. All right, hang on. The one I wanted to show you, and I don't know if I can still do it because I haven't used that brush for a long time. Hold on a second. Where's that? This one. I don't know if I can still use it, so bear with me if I totally screw this up, right? So what I'm going to do is give myself some browny color on the one side and some yellow on the other, and then maybe a bit of white. So now I'm going to add a bit more white. How did you do that? You weren't concentrating, Anna Marie. Instant lilac. How many of you are going, I could do that? And that's all I used. Want to see me do it again, Anna Marie? Yes, please. Okay. Now watch this time, okay? I'm going to dip this in the brownie color that we made. The brownie color, and on the other side I'm going to put some yellow and some white. Okay, so I got brown on the one side and I got that on the other. And I'm just going to dab it in this sort of I'm going over it a second time. And then what you end up with is, and by the way, if you want to paint grass with this, Anna Marie, if you want to paint grass, just drag this down. Now, if you want to do, you can even do leaves with this as well. Just got to think of it, which is you can even do, see this leaf? That's what I want to show you next. Anybody got chaos going on around them right now like I have? I definitely needed more space around me to do this. For those of you who wanted to see it done, I'm going to do the rose. I need to load up with more white. Hi, Kevin. By the way, I keep changing brushes because I don't want to keep messing up too much here. And remember, this is going to be on camera, so you'll be able to see. It does take a while to dry up. That's why I'm going to show you. All right, I'm going to take my original brush and I'm going to load up the one side with white and the one side with red again. Remember this? One side white, one side red. Just dip it in the red, dip it in the white. Okay. Kevin, we don't put people up on camera the first time we meet them. Now then, here's what they say. And there are lots and lots of videos on this on YouTube, right? I'm just going to show you how it works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go 3 little strokes. 1, 2, 3, like that. Got it? Okay, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to start it off. And then this is really fun to do. You just sort of like do W's. Okay, I'm going to do it again so you can see. It's very difficult to do it and show you at the same time. All right, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 to get it going. And then I'm going to do like W's. Can you see what I'm doing? And then at the end, I'm going to lift my brush up and turn it in towards me. Pretty? Way pretty. So I'm going to do another one here. Okay, so now we got... Okay, Liz, I'm going to do it again. This takes a little bit of practice, but once you've got the idea, it's actually way easier than it looks. All right, ready? Tell me when you're ready, Liz. Okay, so literally, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 towards the right. Okay, then I'm going to put the brush back and do just so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come back on it. Okay, oops, put it in the wrong one. Silly me. Okay, so let me talk through it so you can see it. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go W, 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 W. Got it? Get that motion? And then to do the bit that comes back at the end, I'm going back up and doing a backward C motion. That little leaf that comes up at the end is like a, just come back over it. So you're doing 1, 2, 3 and back. 1, 2, 3, 4 and back. And what you end up with is this idea. Really lovely. Okay, now then, if you want to make the rose, this is the fun part. Nana's very good at this, so she'll be able to show you as well. So here's what you do to make the rose bud. Now if you notice, I've sort of done half of the rose around the plate. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to make the rose bud. And you need to practice this quite a bit. So the rose bud is 2 horseshoes. So literally 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do a horseshoe. Yeah, I know it's a little bit difficult. All right, and now you see where this point of the horseshoe is? Hang on. This point right here. I'm going to come back to there, and I'm just going to do a U. Isn't that awesome? So all I've done is I've just doesn't that look great? Okay, I've just realized I can do this in a way that you can see it. You ready? I don't know if it'll work. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Are you ready, Anna Marie? Because I'm not doing this for the hell of it. All right, Anna Marie? Oh, white side up, right? Ready? So you go up and back. Did you get it? Just do a horseshoe. Load up the brush again. White at the top. Starting here, just join up again. Right, just do this, the U shape to join it up. And by the way, I'm not sure if I can do this on my face, but I'm willing to try anything to help you guys. All right, now let's see. I don't know if I can do this. No, I'm just about to mess that up because it's all the wrong way. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. So watch again. I'm going to go up and round, and then I'm going to join it up maybe.